The TMG that we've been working with, myself and Ben, has probably been more concentrated over the past 24 months. I know that it was in use in the programme beforehand, but certainly over the past 12 months we've had more of an impactful use. We can scratch beneath the surface even more into the athlete, which is really, really important, and it can give us a lot more data that we can then use going forward when it comes to planning and identifying what exactly it is we have to do with each individual specifically going forward. Mainly on the land, we have some real positive results with it from an S&C point of view, particularly when we look at the muscle function and the asymmetry within each athlete. Making sure that we can get that balance between the left and the right side of the body, 100% or as close to that as possible. And we found that we can be a lot more specific, and you can never say for sure, but we're pretty confident that it's had a positive impact on the results that we've had, particularly this season. Principally, it looks at the firing rate of the muscle, the displacement of the muscle. So really it's trying to look at the muscle fibre in isolation in certain groupings. So we can look at, for each event it might be different. So for the freestyle boys we might look more into their lats and their back. Breaststroke boys might look more at the hamstrings and the quads and calves. But certainly even looking at technical elements, it's useful at just letting us know the physical state of the muscle. So is it recovered enough? Is it fatigued? Is it making positive adaptations? And is it starting to come more in line with what we would expect? Lewis McGregor obviously is our almost interpreter when it comes to what the results are and the impact that could potentially have. And then we sit down as a team collectively, strength conditioning, Lewis and the TMG, and we look at how we could best put the pieces together in order to get a positive impact. But I mean, principally it's mainly looking at the firing rate and state of each muscle in isolation. So, is it fatigued? Is it tired? Is it strained? So that would be probably my simplest explanation. It's incredibly non-intrusive. We've used the technology in competition, pre and post race, so it can give us an understanding of level of fatigue. It can then allow us to look a little bit more in detail around recovery processes post racing. So once we've done the recovery, we can then measure the muscle again and see if we've actually managed to do that. And it's quite interactive. It's quick, so it doesn't take long. And in competition, it can be incredibly useful, particularly if athletes have got heavy schedules. It also allows us to be a little bit more detailed around what specific individuals' warm-up strategies need to be and whether or not what they're actually doing is working. Even more so now. I think we're getting into a real, I think all these sports are becoming a technology race, like a lot of motor racing, and that's what these athletes are. And we need to make sure that we're staying ahead. This is one step. We're still in a almost exploratory phase using the TMG. We need to learn more about it from a coaching point of view, understand the practicalities and the implications, and it doesn't just stop here. We'll be looking for the next thing after this as well. And the more we can start to look beneath the surface of the athlete, the more we're going to learn and understand, and be able to take these guys to the top level, which is ultimately winning medals at the Olympic Games.